When you hear the phrase Hollywood or the Crown or the press, you probably don't think of the actual physical things that those words mean. A place in California, a bit of jewelry, and a printing press, respectively. Instead, you probably think of what associations those things have. Hollywood, for example, is used to refer to the US film industry. The Crown refers to the king or queen of a country, and the press refers to journalists. These associations have been built up over time and fall into a category of rhetorical language we call metonymy, which is defined as a figure of speech in which a thing is not called by its name, but by something closely related to it. For metonymy to work, there must be an existing association between the actual thing and the metonym, and usually these are culturally defined. So when a member of the press announces that the White House will soon be making a speech, what they really mean is that a US president or a representative of said president is about to make a speech, since, thankfully, buildings cannot talk. But let's take a closer look at the phrase, the White House. This is a special kind of metonymy called Synecdoche, where part of something is standing in for the whole, or vice versa. So in this case, the White House stands in as a symbol for a lot of things. The office of the President of the United States, with all the rights, responsibilities, and powers granted to it by the Constitution and the American people, and the current holder of that office, the President of the United States of America, and or the representative who speaks for that office. I think you'll agree that saying the White House is a lot easier. Synecdoches aren't just found in government, though. If you've ever asked a rancher how many animals they have, they usually respond something like, "Oh, about 300 head." Now, taken literally, that's pretty disturbing to think about 300 cow or sheep heads just lying about in a pasture. But we all know that head in this case refers to the whole animal. Similarly, in every naval movie ever, the obligatory phrase, "all hands on deck," is at some point bellowed during a tense moment. But we aren't expecting to see hands come crawling out of the woodworks. We expect to see people, who in this case are referred to as hands. Synecdoches are everywhere in the world. We say that a sports team is doing well or poorly, referring to the individual players, the parts, as a collective or whole. Or in the Olympics, when we say that the US has won a gold medal, we are really saying that one, very small part of the US has won a gold medal while representing the whole. When a general says that he has 2 brigades, the word brigade stands in not just for the soldiers, but also for the weapons, ammunition, food, supplies, transport, etc. that make the brigade function. And when 2 countries are at war, the earth and sky aren't fighting other bits of earth and sky, but rather the respective armies of the groups of people that lay claim to the land versus the people invading that land. It would be possible to go on for hours listing various metonymies and synecdoches. They really are everywhere. But I'd like to end this video with one final observation. Metonymy isn't just a big word bandied about by people who read too many books. In fact, it's at the center of a multi-billion-dollar industry called advertising. Advertisers know that if they put a product in close proximity to something the audience likes, whether it's a person, an experience, a feeling, whatever, that associations will form between the product and the thing until, at least they hope, the product becomes representative of the thing in the advertisement. Whether that thing is happiness, a well-kept front yard, sexy abs, whatever it is that advertisers think the audience wants. And while commercials will never come out and say that the product will produce this result, the forced association is a kind of metonymy too, one that is deliberately crafted to create associations where there weren't any before. So I would encourage all of you to start being aware of how metonymy and synecdoche shape your lives. I hope that you found this video informative and helpful. Thanks for watching. Cheers.